All right, we're up and running, kind of on time. By my observation, 2 minutes late. It's not too shabby. Not too shabby. Um, I'm here live, STCPod live on YouTube, and I'm here with my buddy Lotus Stark. Angry Joe is dropped out of the show. He's that angry.
Oh,
but at least I got my buddy Lotus here. That's pretty
yeah.
good.
I'll be here. Sure, why not?
On time. You were here right away.
So Joe has given up for tonight.
No. Joe hasn't given up yet. He has. He was here. We were here ready to go, and his internet kept freezing up. He kept freezing.
All right.
And so he dropped out once. And then he came back angrier than ever, and he froze almost immediately again. And then that's when you popped in. And so he dropped out again. I don't know what he's doing now.
Well, he's probably talking to Siri, trying to get his Mac to work.
Yes.
I'm on a Mac. My Mac is working.
And you're sounding good.
Yeah, I think it's just the, it's really just that the Yeti microphone. It's not really that expensive, but it's real easy to use microphone.
Yeah, that's for sure. So you're all macked up there. I've been having a fight all week with my daughter because the laptop I gave her for Christmas, not good enough.
Really?
Really?
Is that now? I'm guessing you said laptop. I'm guessing that means it is not a Mac, because when people buy Macs, they just refer to them as Macs.
Absolutely, yeah. It is not a Mac.
And I'm sure all her other friends have Macs, and that's probably the problem.
Well, maybe, but she is so brand blinded by Apple. It's my mistake, getting her an iPhone in the beginning. Broke down and got that iPhone. I should have started her in the proper stream, no matter what, and faced this fight early on and just went with an Android phone. But here we are. She's got an Apple phone. She's got the Air headphones, the AirPods, whatever.
Yeah.
And I went with her and went, point by point, why this laptop she has is more, powerful, better spec than she was at the MacBook Air level.
Mm-hmm.
And point by point, you got better this, you got better that, better this, better that, this, that. Nope. If I had the MacBook Air, I could sync up all my things.
It is the experience. You have the you have the FaceTime, and if all her friends are using that, it's just something that can't be used on an Android or a PC. But I almost think Macs these days it's kind of almost like a peer pressure status symbol.
Yeah.
I mean, it's it's a shame that it's kind of like that, but I think that if you I mean, I don't know. I guess it shouldn't be that way. I mean, my MacBook, I think, is a 2012 model, and it just rocks. I mean, I haven't had a need to upgrade, and they're expensive. They're expensive to buy. I think when I bought this back in 2012, it was I think it was like $2,000, which is a lot of money, spent on a laptop.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah,
I got an Angry Joe here.
Oh, all right.
Do you want to say hi to him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe if he knows you're here, he won't be so angry. So yeah, it'll go a little bit better.
If this drops out once more, I'm not coming back. I'm just letting you know. And you can talk to people yourself.
Why are you so upset?
I don't know. My internet provider, for some reason, has been deciding to do these updates at 9:30 at night for the last week. My box keeps resetting, I guess, and doing some sort of internal update. I don't know. So this is the third time tonight.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Two of you are.
Yeah.
Anyway, happy holidays, Lois.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy holidays to everyone as well. Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, you know, I don't know. Are you guys tired of everything? I'm just kind of. I think I'm at the end of the holiday spirit, and I'm just ready to move into 2020 and start fresh.
I'm not tired of the holiday spirit. I just didn't feel it this year, especially at work.
Mm.
Um, yeah, it just seems, and again, just seems to go by faster too every time. I don't know what it is. It's I was
What
sick.
did,
I was sick over the holidays myself,
Mm.
so for me, it was partially ruined this year anyway. So yeah, I agree. Let's forget what's happened so far and time to start fresh. And did you end up doing any family stuff or just?
No, not really. I just did some stuff with some of my close friends here, and yeah, that's about it. Like I said, I mean, I start off the holidays. I mean, the holidays, honestly, they start so early these days. It's like everything is, it just starts like almost kind of like in the beginning of November almost.
Yeah, right as
It
soon as
just
Halloween's done, that's it,
yeah,
right?
it just stores are packed with Christmas decorations and all kinds of stuff, and it just after a while of going to malls and stuff, and you just constantly hear the music, and it's just yeah. I mean, I think at this point, I'm
So
kind of
how are the malls where you are? Like what's
malls are not really doing too well. I don't know. I a lot of a lot of the anchor stores, like your Sears. Actually, I think all the Sears have closed down here in my area,
yeah,
close to
same here.
me. But yeah, the anchor stores, they're just they're closing down. I think we still have like Macy's. Um, but yeah, a lot of I mean, J.C. Penney's is still around. Did you guys have J.C. Penney's, or is that a North? I
We
don't know.
did. I don't know. I couldn't tell you the last time I remember seeing one though.
Yeah, we still have that. But it's just weird going in there. It's that you can tell that the floor space has been there's like more floor space that is not filled with products anymore. It's like they scatter the products throughout the footprint. Such a huge, massive store. Those are the anchor stores that are basically what the malls are built on. Built based upon. So, but
Hmm.
yeah, it's a sad time. I think retail in general is, the whole brick and mortar thing is just going away. I mean, everything, everyone's just buying presents online now, and everything is online. Doesn't
Mhm.
that isn't it? It's just weird. It's just weird because we all grew up with going to the stores and you know, eh, eh, I don't know. It's a weird feeling seeing that kind of slip away.
Well, our malls were plenty busy, but yeah, we've lost our big anchor stores years ago. The Kmart's gone,
Oh
Sears is
yeah,
gone.
yeah. Kmart.
But it's busy with all, especially the teenage girls. It's still where to go for your teenage girl shopping. All their little frilly stores and all that.
Mhm.
They're trendy stores. You got to go to the mall, try that shit on.
Well,
Yeah,
good riddance to the stores like Kmart though. Those are anything low
yeah.
quality like that. I'm okay with disappearing. I don't know. I went to the mall 3 times the week before Christmas and didn't find it. I found it. Well, excuse me. I was there like about 10 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock, and it wasn't crazy busy yet.
Which mall?
The main mall where I am.
Not to your special mall?
No, not to Yorkdale.
Mm.
That's too far to make it on a daily basis.
Well,
So I
no
was popping over.
Tiffany's shopping?
No, I popped over to my local mall, um, and I actually found the experience to be quite pleasant. It wasn't maybe due to the fact that a lot of people were maybe buying stuff more online. It was less crowded. Certainly, by the time I left, like around 11:30, you could feel like you'd walk out to the parking lot and it was like, now you're having trouble finding spaces to park. But I hadn't been to the mall prior to that, probably in about a year. Just had no reason to go or no desire really. And I think when you space it out long term like that, it's definitely more of an enjoyable experience. You get to actually see what new stores are there and, you know, how they're doing things. And, you know, it's like you said, we grew up going to the malls, right? It was, that's where you went on the weekends, or that's where I went to go see the movies because,
I mean,
yeah. So,
yeah, the majority, you know, the majority of the theaters growing up were, you know, just, you know, you would go to the mall, you know, or it was a theater that was literally like right next, you know, a building right next to the mall. You know, that's where it was. So all that, you know, the arcade, I mean, you just don't get that anymore. It's all gone.
Hey, Lotus, getting back to before Joe came on, back me up. Is the MacBook Air a piece of garbage or what? Give me some facts I can hit my daughter with.
I mean, unfortunately, like I said, I mean, I'm using a 2012 Mac Pro, and yeah, like I said, like I told you, I paid $2,000 for it, you know, in 2012, but it's rock solid, man. I mean,
So,
the equipment is great. Anything that Apple makes, it's just I know you don't want to hear it. I know you're anti-Apple, but
the Air isn't. Can't you say the Air is a little bit under spec for its price?
It's under spec, but you know, it's if you need to have that thinness, you know, it's spec'd for how thin it is. I mean, literally, it's the thickness of a ninja star. You know, I mean, you could throw it at someone and probably cut their throat. You know, so it's
yeah.
I would just go with the MacBook. You know, the MacBook is really Apple's position as to, you know, they're going to eventually phase out the MacBook Air, and the MacBook itself is going to become the new Air. You know, I mean, it's very thin as well. I mean, you're talking millimeters here. But I think, you know, why don't you look into getting a used one? You know, get like a last year's model. You know, Apple sells, you know, they actually sell certified refurbished right off their website. You know, it comes with all of the, you know, same warranty and all that, and you can save some money on it. You know,
it's true.
I'm still running. Sorry, Bill, go on.
I was in Staples and they had last year's Airs still, but they still wanted $1,000 for it, for last year's Air.
Yeah.
$1,500 for this year's.
Yeah, I don't know. I would, like I said, I would probably go right to Apple site and check under their recertified equipment. And you know, a lot of times if you buy directly from Apple, you know, it's you know, it's basically a brand new unit that is just, you know, they just didn't sell it or something like that, you know. So I don't know. I would look into it. I would get something used. That's what I would do.
So Lotus didn't help me at all.
I'm sorry. I can't help you with that. I'm just a big Mac believer, and I mean, I've been using Apple since I was, I don't know, maybe 12 years old. So
I've been using it since I'm still running on my first MacBook Pro, and mine's a 2010.
yeah, I mean, the only problem that you're gonna face, Joe, is the operating system. You'll
No longer I can't do updates on it anymore.
Yeah, you won't be able to go, and you know that's for a good reason. I know that's also a joke that happens sometimes, but yeah, I mean, you know, they don't want to get to a point where, you know, the software is too advanced for the actual hardware. But I mean, geez, you know, 2010 to 2020, 10 years for a machine is awesome.
You guys are killing me.
We're gonna send you an Apple sticker, Bill, and we're gonna put it on that new.
I'll sneak it onto his bag there at work.
Well, just to finish off the topic of mall shopping, Derek had a comment there. You guys can see. He stopped in for 25 minutes on Boxing Day and spent the whole time searching for a parking spot. Boxing Day was insane. It was. His wife went in there, picked up an online order, and got out before he found a parking spot. Well, if you're like me and Joe, you park a billion miles away anyways, so it's not really a problem.
Yeah.
Though when my wife takes my car, I still have to tell her, and I know she doesn't do it because she's stubborn as a mule. But you know how most girls are. They don't care where they park. They just want to be close to the door.
Yeah. As I said, we do this. However, just this weekend, I found a nice deep scratch on the front fender. Well, where does that come from? So there's no winning. There's no winning.
Well, that's from what? Someone's bag?
I don't know. It's just a straight on, looks like a hair of a scratch. Very perfect.
When was the last time you when was the last time you took it through a car wash?
It was when it came out of a car wash that I noticed it, but it was only a spray car wash. It was a touchless car wash.
So they didn't, because a lot of times,
Go ahead, Lotus. Sorry.
I mean, I was just going to say, a lot of times the debris sometimes gets stuck inside those, those tassels or whatever that comes down and drapes across the vehicle, and then can cause, micro abrasions. So I would stay away from it.
Yeah, my wife got me 2 car wash gift passes as a stocking stuffer. The ultra ones that the car gets washed by naked ladies and stuff like that. And I'm afraid to even use them just for that reason alone. I've been doing manual washes even in the wintertime with my car. And I agree with you. Those, even when it says, spotless car washes or, ultra clean, fine rags or whatever they use, you're going to get some sort of micro abrasions or something, some scratch or some dirt or granule from another vehicle transfer over to your car through the brushes, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know what's funny, guys? You look back into back years ago when car washes were first starting, and it was literally like this spinning rough brush. I mean, before touchless, it was just this rough brush, and car paint back then, it just didn't matter. There wasn't any kind of base coat, clear coat back then. It was just a one shot. Very, very had a lot of what do they call it? A lot of pigment or something that was in there in the paint that was just very strong, that would hold up to really anything.
But I mean, these touchless, they don't work. You come out of it, and this was a very expensive one I went through and got out of it and dragged my finger along the paint, and you could still see the film of salt that was still left there. The touchless, it doesn't work.
So why did you do it? You said you knew it didn't work.
I did it because I was with my father, and he always brags about this car wash, how it's the best in the world. It's the greatest car wash. He drives literally 40 minutes to go to this car wash. And so I finally had an opportunity to try it out. And I've said to him before that, the touchless, it doesn't work. No, this one works. It's so good. You wouldn't believe it. So I had to go through it.
So
did you show him?
Yeah, I showed him. He said, no, that's clean.
So it's clean if you're standing 10 feet away.
Yeah.
They didn't have employees like out in the front that would power wash before you go in, or?
No, it's completely automated.
Okay.
Gotcha. It hits the rockers as you go in, and then you pull in a little bit farther, and then, geez, it takes a long time. It goes through several cycles of blowing the water around. But if you don't have someone doing the final wipe off there, you're not going to get that, that final film of salt off or whatever it is. You got to touch it. You got to touch it.
Money well spent.
Well, Lotus, you got anything else for us before we let you go? Do you have any pertinent information you got to pass along?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Did you treat yourself to anything for Christmas?
No, I really didn't. Honestly, I just been doing a whole bunch of work around the house, and yeah, I just really haven't been buying a whole lot of besides just stuff for the house and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just I'm in this saving mode. I'm in this mode of just saving. Don't you just want to save? Sometimes and not spend.
Yeah, it just never works out that way though.
Does not.
I know, but
does not. Well, what about what do you hope to see from us, your STC podcast coming in the new year? Do you have any hopes and desires?
Hopes and desires.
Would you like to see Joe calm down? Would you like to see Joe go wilder?
I honestly, I wouldn't change anything. I always love the the camaraderie you guys have, and the banter back and forth, and I mean this is kind of cool to have this live stream. You could have been doing this like 6 months ago, but I don't know. I think, like you said, a lot of other shows would offer this only to special Patreon subscribers and stuff like that. And I applaud you guys that you're doing this without without a monetary offering, at least for now, at least. So I guess.
Yeah. Well, very cool. I'm glad we can always rely on Lotus to come around and help us out with these shows. Thanks for being here for us all the time, Lotus.
Sure,
appreciate
it. I'm here. If you guys have any technical questions or anything like that, you're always willing to hit me up, and I'll help anytime you guys need anything.
Definitely. Well,
all right,
happy
thanks
New
very
Year.
much.
All right, guys. Well, if I don't talk to you again before the new year, hopefully you guys have a happy new year. I'm going to be going to a nice big party and having a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys will be doing the same thing. Can you guys do fireworks and stuff? We do fireworks. I don't know. Is that something that you guys are allowed to do over there for New Year's? Any kind
I know some people do them, but it's just middle of winter time. So
yeah, that's true. I guess. Yeah. I guess that's different. Having the different climate. Yeah. I mean, that's the big thing. Everyone shoots fireworks and stuff over here. So.
Yeah, it is allowed now. I remember when I was a kid, it was not, and that was a huge smuggling thing that would go on around school. Kids go to the States and they come back with, "Oh, I got some firecrackers. Oh my God, I'll give you $50 for one pack." Yeah, that was the kid black market back in the day.
Yep.
Anyways, glad to hear you're gonna go to a big party, and it was great talking to you again, Lotus.
Sounds good, guys. Well, happy New Year, guys. Appreciate you guys having me on the show, and I will be talking to you again in the new year. So
happy New Year, my friend.
All right, take care, Bill and Joe, guys.
See ya. That was my friend Lotus.
No, you met him through me, so I'll tell him when to stop talking to you.
You will tell him. Okay.
I'll tell him.
Yeah, you will tell him.
He's only doing it only because I asked him to. Lotus, talk to me. I don't know, Bill.
I don't know. I had a private conversation with him today, so that was very good.
Yeah, because I've told him he can talk to you.
My buddy Derek has went on here, and he's got a tip for us that refurbished MacBook Airs.
I don't buy refurbished.
1,200. Holy smokes. 1,200 to 1,400 Canadian on the Apple online store.
I don't trust refurbished.
So that is what drives me bonkers, man. If you switch that to a PC, you're getting like a PC that can clone a human being. It'll be so powerful.
All right, put it in this reference then. Pretend it's a car. And the car is, whatever, Honda Civic, because they're popular in terms of resale value, right? Why's my computer going black? Stupid. Do you think it's worth it then? Would you rather get a Honda Civic, or would you rather get Okay, I know they don't make them anymore, but Chevy Cobalt. What would you rather pay more for? They both do the same thing. You're thinking about this.
No, a Chevy's piece of crap. So
there you go.
You can't buy that. It's not going to be
why
reliable.
More expensive than PCs.
But the PC is just as reliable, is it not? Mine laptop we're working on right now is as old as your MacBook.
Chevy Cobalt does the same thing.
No, it will be in the shop every month.
You don't know that. You've never owned one.
I do know that. We know how domestic automakers have gone down in the last 20 years. That's a fact, Jack.
Some people have said that about Honda.
I've been watching you eat like several courses of food so far.
Well, these are my cookies my aunt made for Christmas stockings.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Where's my camera?
Yeah, we see it. It looks amazing. Cousin Luke's mother-in-law made me a tray of shortbread. Oh my God, was it ever good?
Why would she make you cookies?
Holy, I have no idea. Other than she knows that's my favorite. Yeah, that's my ex sister-in-law.
What? Your ex sister-in-law is cousin Luke's mom?
Yeah. Well, Luke's not my cousin. That's just what you call him. He's my nephew by marriage. Married to my niece. On my ex-wife's side. That's why I'm saying my ex-sister-in-law.
No, I get that. I know that part. All right.
Yeah. Oh my God, were they ever good? Had to fall off the sugar wagon Christmas week, let me tell you, to pound those back. I don't remember if you're a big shortbread guy or not. Are you a shortbread guy?
Yeah, I am. As long
not
as
sugar cookie, shortbread.
Yeah, as long as there's not stuff all over it.
That's a sugar cookie.
Yeah.
Shortbread. What? Shortbread, thick, buttery, almost chalky texture, crumble in your mouth.
Yeah, I like it. I don't like stuff all over it. Hey, we took the kids to go see the new Star Wars movie this afternoon. Fell asleep for 10 minutes. My daughter ratted me out to my wife. God damn it. I don't know. I don't know what to make of these Star Wars movies, dude.
I don't even remember if you saw the last one.
I did. I don't remember where I saw it, but I know I saw it. These movies, I feel like I'm watching the same thing over and over again, every single movie. Like I've seen it already.
Well, I haven't seen it, so go easy on the details.
I'm not giving details. This isn't Fandango. I don't spoil stuff.
However,
but you know what I mean? Like it seems like I've seen. They're just copying earlier movie scenes and refreshing them and updating them and inserting them into latest Star Wars movies. It's like I've seen this already. Like there were scenes that I go, this scene's familiar. Oh yeah, it looks like it just came out of Empire Strikes Back. You know what I mean?
No, I don't understand how you can make any kind of opinion when you've slept through most of the movies.
I've seen all the movies straight through.
What was the last movie you've ever seen straight through? Yeah. I've never sat with you through a movie and witnessed you eyes open for the whole thing.
Well, I did eat a lot, and then the movie was long, so you hit that hour and a half mark after you're done eating, and you pass out for a bit.
No, it was 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
It was I can't say I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm a fan of certain Star Wars movies. That's what.
Why would you take the kids to that?
Because they
Why
wanted to
would
go
you take
see
the
it.
kids to that?
And I had a
Really?
bunch of free passes and stuff.
Why didn't you take them to a kids movie? I know there's a bunch
That
of
is a
kids,
kids
movies.
movie.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so. Star Wars.
I don't think so.
You think Star Wars is not a kids movie anymore?
Not when the lead character is not a child. It's not a kids movie.
It's a chick.
Yeah, she's an adult.
Barely. She's meant to cater to kids, man. Come on.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. So you're not happy with it.
No. I did not.
And did you see the last one?
Yes, I did.
Just to clarify. Well, we can say hi to Stephen Catmax Gaming in the chat. He's on your side. He likes to sleep.
Yeah, everyone does. So do you.
I like it in bed at nighttime.
Well, I was sleeping right before this record started, and then something woke me up.
Oh, is that why you were a big grumpy cat?
Well, partially. I was watching. The BBC Sherlock Holmes, starting over again because I've never finished it. So I was watching that, and then I fell asleep, and then something woke me up at 9:28. Subconsciously, I woke myself up, and then came down and had to fight with internet for 20 minutes.
Oh, you mean I woke you up by sending you messages to get ready?
No, my phone was on vibrate downstairs. I was lying on the bed.
You're lying on the bed. Why are you in bed at 8 o'clock at night?
Because my wife was watching TV downstairs. She's watching the stupid hockey game. Everybody cares about Canada.
Crap, I forgot about that.
Yeah, suck my...
Hey, if someone in the
Ouch.
comments want to give me an update on that.
They were winning 3-0.
Who are they playing today?
Germany?
Oh, that would have been good.
No, who cares? What do you care a bunch of kids playing hockey for?
If they were naked, would you watch it more so you could see their muscles?
If they
Would
had
that be
muscles,
more-
maybe.
Would that
Maybe
be
I
more
would.
up your alley?
And they
Yeah.
were wrestling
Yeah.
and trying to put each other in chokeholds? Maybe. Hey, you like your stupid sports, I like mine, okay? Hockey's all
Yeah, I
yours.
like
I'm not going to fight you over it.
Speed, finesse, improvisation.
Eric says Daisy Ridley
Teamwork.
is 27. Yeah, so she's an adult.
Yeah, it's not a kid.
Yeah, but
As I was
she's
saying.
meant to cater to kids. When did she start with the
No.
Star Wars movies?
She does not cater to the kid. The droid would cater to the
What
kid.
droid? The little... Yeah, her droid, by the way.
Yeah.
Bumble 8 or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Bumble 8. Ay, ay, ay. Chew, chew, chew.
Stupid Star Wars movies, man.
Chomp it up.
You're not working
you said
tomorrow, are you?
you said something to Lotus that I was curious about. You said
Right.
Christmas wasn't, you didn't get the good Christmas vibe from work. That was a bummer to you.
Yeah, there was no...
What were you
Nobody was
expecting?
going around saying Merry Christmas, and...
Everyone was.
Well, I didn't see anybody.
It's like after everyone leaves, popping, hey, Merry Christmas. All right, yeah, I get it.
I guess I wasn't there those days.
Plus, your room got that single strand of lights put up, which was very festive.
Yeah, but Crazy Town put up the lights. It's a whole nother story. Anyway, I just said I didn't feel like Christmas at work like I used to in the past. It used to be very festive. I just wanted to get out of there.
I guess.
And I got
Well,
sick and got irritated.
how can you get sick when you don't touch anything with your hands?
It
You
doesn't
eat
matter. It's
potato chips
airborne.
with
It was
spoons.
airborne disease I caught, probably. There, Derek
Oh,
said
it's
she was
airborne.
23 when Force Awakens started. So perfect.
It's just interesting how the germaphobes are always sick, even though they're protecting
I'm
themselves
not
from
always
germs.
sick. When was
Germs
the
all
last
the
time
time.
that I got sick?
Before me, and I'll touch a door. All right, we do have a question from a listener we can throw on here, but first let's do a call to arms and explain what's going on. We didn't really intro the show here because you were gone. I didn't know what to do. We are broadcasting live on YouTube through an app called StreamYard, or it's a website, I should say. And you can call into this show. You can join the show as long as you have, your phone with the earbuds with a microphone on it. You can, and a web browser. If you look in the description of this stream, you'll see a link you can click on. You can click on that link and it will take you to the studio where you can join into the radio show. We'll bring you on like a call-in guest, say, hey, how you doing? Hopefully you'll have something to say and we'll boot you off. It'll be a nice little interaction. It's easy as clicking that link. Or you can sit back on YouTube and watch this live, and you can comment and we'll see the comments and we can interact with you through that. And all the information is in the huge description of the YouTube stream. You can get the link there. You can see what's happening. It's easy. Just call in, say hi. We'll kick you out. It'll be fun. Anyways, to get to the question, my friend Steven at CatMax Gaming wants to know what happened to Transformers and Beer, the podcast. When was the last episode of this?
Yeah, it's been well over a month.
Well, I know that. Just for the listeners, why don't you answer?
I don't know what's happened. I just haven't felt like doing it. Well, part of it was sometimes it's a work conflict, and so that screws up that week. And then with this being December and stuff like that, it was just there were other things happening, and then we can only really do it one night, sometimes 2 nights a week are our only options to record. So if it doesn't fall on one of those 2 nights, or like I said, even one of those nights, then it's a write-off for the week. And to be honest too, sometimes there's just nothing to talk about. I can only talk about Transformers for so much. I can't, I don't live and breathe them like some people do, which is cool, but that's just not me. So
and no Joe, no go. Bad mood Joe, everyone's got to stop. Anyways, I don't think that's true. There's plenty you could still talk about.
I just don't care. I'm only going to do it if I want to do it this year.
That's a good attitude.
That's what it's coming down to everything.
That is a good attitude to have. You got to do what you want to do, man. You got to do what you want to do. Although I could listen to you guys, you interview M about, whatever is coming down the line, when, his earlier memories, talk about the old days, there's all kinds of stuff. Doesn't take nothing. Don't take no shit. As Lotus is saying, poor M. And M's channel, YouTube channel, is over 2,000 subs now. Great. That means my life in collecting is just going to start pumping out more. You want to talk about some My Life in Collecting? You've had a busy month.
Nah.
Lots of videos coming out. No?
No, not really.
Any thematic changes over there on the channel?
Thematic changes?
Yeah,
No.
Thematic changes.
Not really.
No? Nothing you want to talk about? Derek says it's been a long time since he's been on STC. Got to join in on one of these live shows. Yeah, it's easy. You just click on the link and you're there. Come say hi. That's all you got to do. And then Joe gets all polite on us for a bit, and I feel less anxiety, because when he's looking at me like this with the death lasers, it's I get a little anxiety.
So you went back to the farm, right?
Well, I took
the
a
other
trip.
day was the first day I saw you since Christmas or before Christmas, right?
Yeah, you didn't even come in and say hi to
No,
me.
because I was still feeling like garbage, dude. Still not 100%. So you went back to the farm. You bounced early.
What do you mean I bounced early? I had...
Well, you left, you had to pack on the 22nd or 21st or something.
Oh, well, I had an opportunity because the kids were already in Picton. This is where I was going. And so I had an opportunity to just leave from work and drive straight to the county, which is super helpful. So rather than, because it's work is like at the 1/3 mark of the trip. So rather than having to go back up to home and then get them and drive all the way back down and then over to Picton, it would have, that's just extra. So from work, it's only a 2-hour shot. So that was super convenient. Spent some time with the father, spent some time with my sister's families. It was all good time. Lots of moving around. Spent a lot of time with Dad. Got him set up on things. He has a new phone.
Yeah, you bought him a new TV too, right? Or he bought himself a new TV?
Yeah, we got him set up with a new TV for Boxing Day. It was weird with his old Blu-ray player. It's weird to say old Blu-ray player, but he had a Blu-ray player, and that's how he watched Netflix. And Netflix stopped supporting that Blu-ray player. I don't get that. I thought they just send updates to these things, firmware updates, but I guess not. Derek's saying he's not dressed for a live stream. You don't need to have your camera on, folks. Just saying that's a thing too. Before you come on, you have the choice whether to turn your camera on or whatever.
How would that Blu-ray get a firmware update? How was it hooked up?
Well, it gets Netflix, right? So I don't know. I can't remember if I hardwired it in or if it was Wi-Fi. I think it's Wi-Fi. So it talks to the network anyways. That's how it gets Netflix. Anyways, Netflix said to the Blu-ray player, to the viewer, Netflix will no longer be available on this starting January 10th or whatever. So he's like, what should we do? And I'm like, well, we could get you a new Blu-ray player, or this happens to be Boxing Day and the TV deals are insane right now. So he has a 46-inch, and he's always been a TV guy, right? Loves the TV. He in his life, it's been, he'll do anything to have the best TV, he'll be like dead broke. And to him, to have a TV and to have that pleasure in his life is worth, squeezing a little bit tighter for the month to have a new TV. So I knew it wouldn't be much of a conversation, get him involved in a new TV. So they were on sale for killer prices, and they're smart TVs. Everything's on there that you're going to need. The Netflix is on there. All the other streaming crap is all on there. So we did that. We got a new 65-incher. We were just going to use the same mount he had his old TV on. And luckily, somehow, the one electronics store in Picton, it's Picton. Stephen is comparing Picton to the name of a notorious Canadian serial killer. Robert Picton. That town's not named after him. I think he's named after a general, though. General or an admiral, or anyways, it's a port town. So there was some Navy. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. So he was fine. The only thing he was so concerned about is if everything wasn't going to be switched over in time, because he's at an age, and he ain't that old, folks. He ain't that old. He's in his 70s, but he's at the age where he's like tapped out of everything. He's like, I'm not gonna figure out a menu. I'm not gonna hang TVs. I'm not going to, if I can't just hold my remote and do this, it's not happening. So he's so much anxiety about what happens if when you go to install it and then something comes up and you got to leave, I'm going to be effed. Like, God, it's not going to, it's a TV. It's 3 wires and we hang it on the wall. What could happen? Guys, come on. It's no K in there. Quit comparing Picton to a serial killer. So we got that on there. The only hiccup was the old mount needed different bolts to go into the TV. It wasn't the same depth as what was on there, even though they're both Samsungs, but you're moving from a 46 to a 65, so you needed some longer bolts. And Picton has a Canadian Tire. It's got the source, and it has a home hardware. The home hardware is huge, and there's a Giant Tiger as well. But to get bolts, check Canadian Tire on Boxing Day, nothing. Go to home hardware, closed on Boxing Day. The second biggest commerce day of the year, and this place is closed only in Picton. Only in Picton. Shake my head. And the source, we called them. Why would they have bolts for mounts? No, of course not. This town is crazy. We tried to go for breakfast Boxing Day. Every single restaurant was closed. Boxing Day. I don't get it. Only in Picton, folks. They live by their own rules. Even the source. I looked up the source flyer. Open 6 a.m. Every source. So I go there. I called there. They gave all their holiday hours except for Boxing Day. I'm like, well, Dad, we should really get up and go at 6. If they have one TV, they're only going to have one. Well, I'm not getting up at 6. There's no way. It's not going to be open at 6. I doubt it's open at 6, but the flyer says it's open at 6. So we didn't go at 6. We waited. Went for 9 o'clock. We assumed it was regular business hours. And sure enough, those pricks weren't open until 9 o'clock. They're like, no, we don't follow the flyer. And you know what else, Joe? I tried to use my employee discount there because our company has a discount through them. Yeah, because we're locally owned. We can't work the discount through at this location. Yeah, it's a real bummer, but we can't do that. Really? So because you're in Picton, you can't work. I'm still not done with that. There's going to be phone calls made about that. Sorry, I'm talking too much.
So what did you get from there anyway?
The TV. The TV.
Okay.
But man, that was wild because Picton has never had stock like that before, where they actually had one. I nearly fell over when they had a TV. So kudos for that. But I don't know about this no discount business.
I thought that place was a franchise, a corporate run.
Yeah. Well, they would have franchisees, but they have to be governed by whatever, don't they?
I don't know. I guess. Well, either way, your dad's happy. He got a new TV.
Yeah, and I signed him up to all the crap, which was very difficult. Okay, let's sign you up to Netflix. What's your email? Oh, I don't know. You signed up to it before. I need that. Put my phone number in. What? No, what's the email address? Try this one. So I put that one in. Okay, good. Okay. Need the password. Oh, how would I know what the password is?
Dude, sounds like you're talking to my mom.
Oh boy.
My mom and her computer literacy is bash your own brains out. Painful. Can never remember a password, dude. Ever. Where's your password? Oh, I gotta go find it. I wrote it down somewhere. Oh my God.
Well, I'm terrible with passwords too, but I can get there in the end. He was, we ended up calling Netflix, right? Because none of his email address would do the I forgot my password business. And so the poor TV rep or the telephone rep having to go through this. Okay, how about a credit card? Let's put in the payment card and see if that comes up. And he hands me 5 different payment cards. Which one of these do you use to pay for Netflix? And he goes, I go to the bank and I pay for Netflix every month.
Every month?
Like, what? What?
Did you try and get him a deal then or something? Like, let's do this on a yearly basis here and try and get some sort of...
Well, I was on the phone with the guy. We were all on the phone with the guy. And I thought, oh my God, I bet you someone set this up for him on someone else's account and just gave him access, you know, and I'm blowing it for him now. But it wasn't that. He just had this kind of orphaned account. And by the time we got it back up and running, it turned out it had been hacked too. Because when we opened up the profiles, it had a strange phone number in it and it had strange profiles in it. So it's a good thing we did go through all this so we could kick out these people who were piggybacking on his account. Anyways, got it all straightened up. We got him bumped up to 4K too. Lotus is wondering if we're going to be like this when we get older, where we don't care about, you know, we're not intrigued, curious by technology and dig into it like we do now.
I've got half the interest that I used to have in it. I still love it, but I, you know, I don't live and breathe it the way I used to. That's for sure. Especially with kids.
But we're not going to be like involved in it. We're not going to want to know every in and out of it. Like, I don't know.
It depends what it is. I don't know. So what's the plan for the rest of the week?
Well, the rest of the week, what do we got going on here? This is, we are, what's the date today? December 30th?
Yes.
So we have New Year's coming upon us.
Are you back in this week too?
I am back in New Year's Day. So I will be up New Year's Day at 4:30 in the morning getting ready for work. So there's nothing happening for me on New Year's. Did you take it off?
New Year's Day?
Yeah.
No, why would I?
Because you always have big soirees. Don't you have your fancy dress parties on New Year's? New Year's night?
I don't know if we're doing something New Year's Eve. If we are, it's something small, but I got to work New Year's Eve as well during the day, though. Which is tomorrow, I guess, right?
Oh, tomorrow. Well, we're lucky to have you tonight then.
Well, I didn't have a choice.
Thanks for coming by. Appreciate that.
I told you things are going to change this year.
Things are going to change. So what could be happening on New Year's Eve? There's got to be stuff in the works here.
Yeah, just me watching TV is what's going to be happening. I don't know if my wife's invited anyone over. Hopefully not.
Do you like let the kids stay up past 7:30? See how far they get through the night?
Yeah, they'll stay up till probably 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Is that okay?
No, like you're putting them to bed at that time, or are you seeing how late they can stay awake?
No, that's when they're going to bed.
Why don't you let them stay up until they fall asleep is what I'm saying. That's like a New Year's tradition, isn't it? With kids, see if you can make it till midnight, kids. right?
Because then they're cranky the next day.
No, that why would they be cranky? But who cares? You're working anyways. You won't let them just see how late they stay up. I think that's a tradition you should try. It's fun.
What do you do with your kids?
We'll put movies on and we'll see if we can.
Yours are older. You got your kid. Your one kid's way older though too.
Well, she's not going to be around, of course. This is like a huge social thing, man. New Year's Eve. You don't miss what's happening on New Year's Eve. She's got plans. But the little girl, 8 years old. Yeah. No, we'll see how late she can stay up, even though I got to be in bed. But we'll see. That's what I always did. Put movies on. They're excited to see how late they can stay up. They get to see some of the celebrations going on around the country and in New York City. Yeah, it's fun for them. The one time of the year. Why not let them try? Let them try it past 7:30 for one night. Scratching his head.
No, I don't think so. Derek's kids are 3 and 6. Yeah, well, mine's 8 and 8. How old is my kid? 8 and 5.5.
Yeah. Let them.
You don't know them. They need their sleep.
Yeah, okay. I know you still force them to have daytime naps, so I'm sure
No.
they'll be fine. Yeah,
no,
and they're not.
No, they only have naps when we know they're cranky.
As Derek says, they're not going to make it that late anyways. It's just they get excited to try it. It's fun.
We'll see.
Yeah, why not? What else do you have planned for this New Year's? What do you got on the docket for your year ahead? Now that we're in a new decade.
Well, we're not there yet, so I can't talk about it.
Oh, what do you have looking back on the last year? What do you have that you're proud of that happened in this last year? Any fond memories? Any fond memories of the last year now that this year is closing?
No. You can't drop a question like that on me, dude.
Why can't I? What
Anytime
springs
to
to your
ponder
mind?
and consider anything fond. Ah, man. Whoops. Sorry. Do you?
Yeah,
What?
of course. Well, we all got together in Philadelphia this year.
Oh, yeah. See, I forgot about that.
We did a live podcast in front of an audience. That was
Should've
pretty
put that. Fuck that.
groundbreaking for us.
It's garbage.
That was garbage. Lotus plays board games and stuff like that till the ball drops. Just fun to get together.
Yeah,
with
games are fun. I was actually teaching my son how to play chess tonight for the first time. I gotta go buy a new chess set though.
I'd love to see this the Joe chess set. Now, would Joe have a chess set that's like characters from like Lord of the Rings or something like that, or would Joe have like a marble
standard pieces, black and white?
Yeah, is it marble?
No.
Is it glass?
No.
It's certainly not plastic.
Well, this was like a combo set that has multi games in one, but the pieces are like pewter, and to distinguish the colors between both sides, they're starting to fade together a little bit. So I just said, man, this is no good to teach a little kid on. So I'm gonna go out and buy 2 distinct colored piece set and have him start learning chess. He caught on pretty good. He knew the pieces' names, and he was starting to remember how they moved. So that's a good start for the first day.
Mm. Mm-hmm. And
I
you
like
remembered
chess,
everything?
man.
You remembered everything?
Chess. I was in the chess club, dude.
Oh, okay.
I was the nerd Nerd in, was it high school that we had the chess club? Or elementary? I don't remember which one it was now. Yeah, it was in the chess club.
So at lunch, you guys would get together and play chess.
Well, at one point it was
ladies.
really popular. It was either like playing chess or playing Italian cards in the cafeteria.
Oh my God. The thugs. The chess and Italian card thugs. Well, that would have been high school.
Italian cards was definitely high school. I guess chess was high school as well. Probably just grade 9 or 10.
If you're such a big chess fan, how come we've like never played on all the overnights we've
Because I know
together?
I'm tired then, and I just don't want to talk to anybody. I want to be left alone. I don't want to be bothered.
Woo!
Play fucking board games.
Yeah, we could have fun all night. As I've said year after year, we could have fun all night.
My fun is looking at the inside of my eyelids. Now, if you had asked me to play during the daytime, that'd be awesome. Sure.
Okay, just to catch up on the comments here, Lotus has kept me up to date here that I completed a major renovation involving a normal size set of stairs and converting them to tiny stairs. That was a pretty big move. And for Joe, I know Joe's biggest moment of the year was his following his many thematic changes in my life in collecting.
That's great.
It's been a wild ride. I
You're
hope everyone goes over there.
You're the only one who follows.
I hope everyone goes over there and checks it out.
Anyway,
and
let's wrap this up. On that note, let's wrap this up.
I have a new contest ready.
Well, it's not happening tonight.
If you can go over to Joe's channel, My Life in Collecting.
Bye.
What?
Bye, ass.
What? I'm promoting your channel. Okay,
Stop.
forget it. Forget it. That's the way he's going to be. Sorry, guys.
What an ass.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to help you.
I don't want your help. Go help someone else.
Well, if you like this or any other STC podcast that you might have listened to this year, why don't you consider going over to the Cartridge Club Twitter account and clicking on their CC Awards form, their Google form, where you can vote on your favorite game of the year, your favorite content creator of the year, podcast, video creator, all that stuff. It's all there. CC Awards. You can find it pinned to their Twitter account. Or you can go over to cartridgeclub.org and you can look through the forums over there. And I'm sure you can find it there. And you can find all the content creators there. And we're in the forums there as well. You can click on our forum, open up a thread, and you can comment about this show you've been listening to if you want. That's over at the cartridgeclub.org. That is an online community of gamers and smart, intelligent, and funny people that hang out together and discuss games and stuff. So
why
check
would you
that
say
out.
vote for podcast of the year at the bottom? Scroll there.
What do you want?
It's like you don't give people options. You just tell them vote blah 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 for podcast of the year.
Vote. What do you want it to say?
Who do you want to win? Who do you want to win?
Start to continue as is that
I don't know. Whatever we're under.
We are under a start to continue.
Then good.
So vote for start to
And
continue.
you just vote once. You don't vote for anyone else at the same time.
It'll say who's your favorite. You vote start to continue, and then I'll say who's your second favorite. You say
don't click on anything.
You say get the fuck out. Start to continue. Although you can always vote for Dollar Dorks if you want, but start to continue is really It's really where it's at. No second choice. I don't know the analytics from last year, but
Because when you do a second choice, it screws it up for your first choice.
maybe. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it does.
I don't know. I'm not saying anything, but
That's what happened.
start to continue or GTFO. That's what I say. Or dollar dorks. Okay.
All right, brother.
Thanks for stopping by, Joe, and happy New Year's, since I won't see you New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah, I won't. I'll see you New Year's Day. I'll say it to you then. But happy New Year to everybody else.
Will you bring stuff in for us on New Year's? Because
we'll see. Happy New Year, everybody.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time for another live performance here on YouTube and StreamYard. Joe's gone. That's it. He's put up his anti-masturbation viewing rag across the camera. He's still here, so he's listening. But that's that. See, he puts the little screen up against the camera, and he thinks no one can see him do his dirty business. But you never know. He left before even saying our sign off. That's something. That is something. All right. That's that. Happy New Year to everyone. Thanks everyone for joining us in the chat. And we'll catch you next time. Post it and post it.